DeForest Buckner traded to the Indianapolis Colts. He is now the second highest paid defensive tackle behind only Aaron Donald.
This is an unexpected move today. The Colts giving up the 13th overall pick for DeForest Buckner, and as you mentioned, Mitch, giving up a premium contract as well behind only Aaron Donald, $21 million per year. We'll see how long it is. Those details aren't yet known, but this could very well be a 5-year, $21 million per year deal, so that's a $100 million man potentially. The Colts have long coveted a 3 technique. That is something they've wanted for a long time. Talking to people at the NFL Combine, they really like Javon Kinlaw. Well, they got frankly, best case outcome for Javon Kinlaw in DeForest Buckner in exchange for that 13th overall pick. I will make note here, the Colts, by the way, still have 2 early second-round selections. So they still have options here in exchange for that first-round pick, number 13 overall. I am a bit surprised by this move here, Mitch, in terms of the decision that's been made here by San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but also I'm more surprised on the move with Armstrong because you're trying to build that defensive line, and I think Bosa impacted Armstead a lot more than he did Buckner. So it makes sense, though, for both sides, and I think now the 49ers could target a player like Javon Kinlaw, and if they can come out with getting Javon Kinlaw plus, keeping Armstead and then at a discount, I mean, if there's one thing I've noticed from this 49ers team, if they can make a quick transition from being one of the bottom teams to being one of the top teams, and as long as you have one of the best defenders in the entire NFL, I don't really know if it matters who you surround the talent with.
It's been a really interesting day here for San Francisco because they signed, as you mentioned, Eric Armstead to a big extension. I thought they were still going to try and pay DeForest Buckner as well. They've clearly pivoted, and instead, look, getting a first-round pick, I get what they're doing here. I think this makes sense for both sides here. So I'm curious what you guys think. One-word reaction to the Niners trading away DeForest Buckner. Mitch, what are you thinking here?
Smart? No, that's not the right word. Logical, because I think it's a logical trade for both sides.
Okay. Ryan Brown says, wow, I like that one. I think fair.
Fair is probably the best word.
Toss out the DeAndre Hopkins deal. That's not a great indication.
You can't even look at them.
If the Colts had kept this pick, for example, they might have taken Javon Kinlaw had he been there. You're getting a best case outcome for Javon Kinlaw already in DeForest Buckner. Like that's that. The Niners were so light on draft capital, and they'd already paid Eric Armstead. You're freeing up about $12 million with this move. So it does make some sense. And Buckner's a great player, and that defensive line is going to miss him. That's my mindset, is you're going to miss that really good player. I don't think you would take, a first-round pick at 13 overall. The Niners might trade that. Now, we'll talk about the Colts here a little bit as well. Look, Buckner's awesome. I've liked him for a long time. He's a really good player. The Colts, fill that 3 technique need in an impressive way. I do think it makes some sense here for San Francisco. I am curious here to see exactly what the path is here in terms of long-term on this defensive line. Will the Niners still pursue some potential defensive line help as well?
Totally agree. And guys, I'm seeing right now in the comments all these bots. They're back. We got to do a better job in the comments. So anytime that you see one of these bots, get rid of it. Type B. So throw that in the comments section. So right now you're looking at the 49ers defensive depth chart, and I do still think it's one of the best defensive lines in the NFL, and I still think it's a team that's obviously going to compete not just for their division, but in the entire NFC. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl last year after all. I still have a lot of confidence in John Lynch, and I have confidence in Kyle Shanahan. So I know a lot of people might be a little bit unhappy with this move, but I do believe that Shanahan and Lynch have almost earned the right to be like, guys, sit back, trust me, we know what we're doing.
It's a very unorthodox type of move. Picking a winner is difficult for me in this trade because I think you mentioned fair earlier.
Yeah.
It does make sense to both sides for me. Colts get that desperate defense lineman that they really, really wanted, get a big impact player there. The Niners didn't have draft picks. So, yeah, you're able to pay players, but you couldn't tag and trade Eric Armstead. You got a top 15 pick for DeForest Buckner. That's really good. That's great value for him. Now, you're going to miss him, but heck, you can trade down, get a whole lot more, take somebody in round 1. Maybe you want a corner to help replace Keller Willis from potentially. Like, you got options now for San Francisco for a team that had 0 draft capital relative to the rest of the NFL, 1 first-round pick in the first 150 or something like that overall. He had 1 pick in there. It makes some sense for San Francisco. It's different. It's surprising. It's tough for me to figure out exactly who won, but I love the value for the 49ers.
Speaking of value, love this value here. We got a price drop on some NFL Nike jerseys. Shout out your favorite team in the comments section below because we got some jerseys for you. Go to chatsports.com/jersey deal. Maybe you bought a Buckner jersey. You can go out and get a Bosa. All NFL jerseys, all NFL teams at that link, chatsports.com/jersey deal. But maybe you don't wear jerseys, Tom. Maybe you don't wear a jersey. That's okay. We got you covered too. Maybe you want to wear a hat. NFL hats of your favorite team up to 45% off. It is chatsports.com/NFL hat. I used to wear hats all the time in college. I'll be honest. I was more back in my baseball days. I know some people here around the studio have gotten some of these hats of their favorite teams. They're always looking really nice. So up to 45% off, chatsports.com/NFL hat. We'll put both of those links in the comments section. We'll put both of those links in the description below. Shout out your favorite team. Let me know if you got something. Tweet at me. Post it on Instagram. I'll share it. Why not? So let's get back into some of this Buckner news, Tom.
I keep coming back to the value involved, and obviously DeForest Buckner is a better player than Eric Armstead. But the value proposition here that the Niners were weighing was, what's more valuable? Eric Armstead at $17 million per year and a first-round pick, or DeForest Buckner and a future third-round comp pick potentially. Weighing those two, I think I got to go with DeForest Buckner. Or excuse me, Eric Armstead in the first-round pick and not DeForest Buckner, the exact opposite of what I said. So in the end, as awkward as this looks and as unusual as this is, I think the Niners made a good move, which I am still kind of waffling on that. But one key thing here, you better get that draft pick right.
Waffling?
Have to do it.
More of a pancake fan, I'll be honest with you. Let's go to a tweet coming in from Josina Anderson, who's definitely not trying to plug her IG whatsoever here. So this is what it says. Just got off the phone with DeForest Buckner. Sounds like he had not yet heard of this or was very surprised, or both. Asked to make a call. Great talent, personality, and thinker.
Sounds like Josina called DeForest Buckner, hey, what's up? And he's like, can I get back to you? Type of deal. Like that's how I interpret that conversation going.
I mean, I do think it'd be pretty surprising. I mean, I don't really think that Buckner thought that he was going to be on the move, especially coming off of the season that he had.
Kind of came out of nowhere. So it's been a crazy day as the NFL forgot it was free agency. They got drunk and think it's a trade deadline instead.
I mean, this is incredible, though. I mean, this is, if you would have told me this is the way.
This is what we needed as a nation. Let's be honest here. This is what we needed today.
That's true.
We needed this.
You're very, very true. I will say this. Maybe we need to get like another trade deadline in the offseason. Keep one for the regular season, put one in the offseason, and now get free agency.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is like the NBA. Oh, wait.
It's not. As to who won the trade,
if you had to pick,
I think it's San Francisco.
I'm going to go Colts.
I'm hesitant about paying a big contract and giving
only
up your
25 years old.
best draft asset.
But you have all this money to play with. Like, if you're looking at it from the Colts standpoint, maybe you're like, all right, I got Buckner. Maybe I can go out now and get a quarterback, and you still have a lot of talent.
It's the exact same situation for the Colts. What's more valuable to you? DeForest Buckner at $21 million and no first-round pick, or $21 million in cap space, a hole at the 3-technique spot, but your number 13th overall pick? I think I might go with the first. If the Colts had given up that second-rounder, I would like this deal a lot more. I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong there. But this is an aggressive move that doesn't normally fit Chris Ballard's MO. But it's not bad. Don't get me wrong on that one.
So don't miss out on anything this entire offseason. We're going to have every single move during NFL free agency. So subscribe to Chat Sports today. It's free $99. You can do it below youtube.com/chatsportstv, or you can check out our 49ers show, youtube.com/49erstv. It is the fastest growing 49ers channel right now on YouTube. Click that subscribe button.
Yeah, we'll keep you covered on everything around the 49ers in free agency. After we didn't anticipate this particular move for DeForest Buckner, we got the Eric Armstead cut up earlier for you guys today. 2 big moves at the same spot for 49ers. Crazy, right?
Very, very crazy. If you want now, let's get back into some of these questions from John. Should the Colts have just drafted a defensive tackle? Sure. Maybe.
They really liked Javon Kinlaw. That was the vibe I got coming out of the combine. They weren't convinced that Kinlaw was going to be there. So this frees up the 3 technique spot instantly in terms of giving that need filled. If you drafted Javon Kinlaw, you were hoping you got DeForest Buckner. They now know they have DeForest Buckner.
Yeah.
They still have 2 early second-round picks, so it's not like they were killing and really light on draft capital. It's a tough call for me. It's expensive. If they could just give up 34, I would have loved this trade for the 49ers, or for the Colts. But I think there's a strong case to be made that they did make the right decision, expensive as it is.
Tell you what, after free agency, I'm going to need a strong case, if you know what I'm saying. Let's go to Lanky Smoo. Do the 49ers now look to trade the 31st pick for some more picks? This is a great question, and I totally
They already
think,
were.
Yeah. What did we say like a month ago? You're like, if there is one team that trades out of the first round, it's the 49ers.
Now, maybe you're more inclined to stay since you have 2 first-round picks. You have extra draft capital. But, yeah, the Niners, I think, will very much be in play for trades and trade down in the NFL draft because now they got 2 first-round picks early, but none of them in rounds 2, 3, or 4. So you still want some added depth going forward.
Got another one from Lanky. Lanky's getting his money's worth. Who do the 49ers pick at 13? Ruggs, Lamb?
Yeah,
I think CeeDee Lamb is not on the board at 13 no matter what. I don't think he gets past the Raiders at 12. The Jets are a team
what if Judy and Lamb are on the board at 12? Who do you pick?
For me, if I'm the Raiders,
I think that's a real possibility.
You think that both Judy and Lamb get by the Jets if they don't bring back
Rob? What if they re-sign Robbie Anderson?
See, I think
these are all paths that fit.
I think even if they pass on, or even if they bring back Robbie Anderson, I could see them potentially, drafting them. So Ruggs, Lamb. If you guys want to throw in the comments section a wide receiver the 49ers should draft, go for it.
This a little bit more. I think it's a good discussion to have. I mean, you could get one of Henry Ruggs, CeeDee Lamb, or Jerry Jeudy. Your receiving core feels a lot better. You could even look some offensive line if you want to. Maybe you look secondary with a C.J. Henderson, but I think that does make sense for San Francisco. I think receiver will be a popular mock draft pick for them at number 13 now.